years passed. If you are someone's sister, you will be very well acquainted with receiving random bits of soaps and other items. Right, let's collect. Let's move this for a minute. Let's collect my stuff. I have incidentally recorded this once. Been massively interrupted. Edited it once. Failed to upload. Edited twice. SD card is corrupt. Well, we have to start again and pretend like it isn't annoying me, but that's okay. Let's start with this one, shall we? This big block. Olive green soap. Olive green. And Savon de Marseille. Savon de Marseille. And don't forget that Savon with a picture of a cube of soap in the middle, and for some reason a horse's shoe on the back. Fur à cheval. Fur à cheval. Why? I don't know. There is a rather, I don't know, loveliness for this big hunkin' block of soap. Quite retro, quite old-fashioned in a way. So I have acquired this collection of soap, as I said, over past Christmases. And of course this past Christmas it came out again. Now I do quite like soap. Some of my ancestors were Quakers in Bristol who had found wealth by making soaps. And of course, once they found their wealth, they had to be a little bit more acceptable to society, and so bid farewell to their Quakerism. That's okay. And of course, obviously, once they found wealth, bye-bye went the soap factories, and suddenly, yes. Let's have a look inside, shall we? Look, let's make sure it's in shot. Okay, that looks okay. I am straight away hit by the scent of soap. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's start with this one. And this one is in a clear packaging. jasmine scented, and it is rather nice. Rather nice indeed. Now, whether all these bits of soaps actually do come from France and indeed Marseille is quite another matter indeed. Quite. Let's go for another one. This is in a paper packaging and nothing at all like the last one. La Couvette Savon d'Humide. Savon de Provence, of course. Jasmine or jasmine. You will find a common theme with most of these soaps. They are all jasmine. Now, this isn't because I love jasmine. This isn't because I love the flower or the scent. This isn't because it's my favorite. No, in fact, I don't actually like jasmine at all. And it may be the reason I have not used any of these soaps. I do not care for jasmine. But it just seems to be popular as a scent. Let's try the next one, shall we? This one resembles a book. Or maybe not. Let's get this, shall we? This one is in a thin cardboard packaging, and it's brown, and like the others. Wait a minute, was that brown? Did we know? Let's have a look again. It's green. Yes. This one has a slightly stronger smell to this one, but I would say that this one smells the nicest of the two. Where this one is Savon de Provence. Savon de Provence. It is 72% old. Oh, no, know what that is. It's pure Marseille soap. Allegedly. Allegedly. You say allegedly because I have no idea. None at all. Okay, this one has a powdery kind of musk smell about it. A little bit like a talcum powder. It is nicer than those, but then I don't like jasmine. Fabrique in Provence, 72%, whatever that is. 72%. Okay, and we have this deep green color, vetiver, and this one is not in a covering at all. It's just naked to the world, really. We have a little mark in here, which is apparently a sign of authenticity. Made in France. This is completely different to all three, actually. This one has a more of a I would say like it reminds reminds me of man's aftershave. This does. Artisan de Provence, la maison de savon de Marseille, the house of soap of Marseille. I think. But again, whether these are actually made in Marseille, because Marseille is famous for its soaps. And we have another soap that is in a plastic see-through packaging here. And this color is, I think, my favorite color. It's definitely my favorite color. Look at that. It's like a baby blue, a powder baby blue. And on it we have Savon de Marseille, marine, made in France, with a little emblem etched on there. What does it say? 72%. Apparently 72% is very important to know. Parfum marine. It's marine. It is a soft, like a softer version of this one. A little bit more lighter. Reminds me of summer in a strange way. If soap can indeed remind one of summer. And here we have a soap. It is a lot unlike the others, in that it's in this paper, recycled packaging. It's Aleppo Soap Company. Savon d'Alep, fleur de jasmine. Of course it's jasmine. Of course it is, of course it is, of course it is, of course it's jasmine scented. It's jasmine scented. And this is 97% de origin naturelle. It's naturel. As you can see, this soap is brown. It's brown. Oh, it's very strong. Ooh. That's very, very, very strong jasmine soap. Yeah, wow. Too much of that would give me a headache, to be honest. I'm not getting ya. Jasmine scented Aleppo soap. Yes, I don't really care for this at all. It reminds me more of toilet cleaner than soap. Pure olive and laurel. Right, what's next? Oh, we have a cream-colored one. Right here, a cream-colored one in the same packaging as this one here. Savon de Marseille, 72%. It's an important number. It's a very important percentage. Savon de Marseille, jasmine, of course. Fabrique in Provence. Fabrique. Fabulous, fabulous, darling. Savon jasmine. Okay. Yes, this just here. It's definitely not as nice as these ones. This would not recommend. And penultimate one, we have this one, which we can't see the whole name of because, well, I ripped it previously. Feu en cheval, a savon de parfum. And again, we have a horse's shoe, much like this one here. Interesting. A horse's shoe. This is quite nice. That's quite nice. But what does it smell like? Oh dear. Much like this. It's jasmine, of course. Gentle perfumed soap. I would argue completely the opposite and say that it is not gentle at all. It's rather strong. Again, made in France. Apparently, it's compulsory that brothers, family members, have to now buy soap from France. I know this because I also have friends who are now getting these soaps from France, these very soaps. It's become a confusing phenomenon. I have a theory though. I feel like these brothers are getting their own back for the inevitable package of links every Christmas. Every Christmas without fail. What else am I supposed to get? And finally we have this rather bright, rather lovely colour. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Of course, jasmine. You could argue that that's why my brother gets me a scent I hate. He's getting his own back for all those Lynx Africas I've bought him over the years. Okay, now this is jasmine, of course. Yeah, it smells exactly the same as these, really strong and just no artisan de Provence, la maison de savon de Marseille, the soap house of Marseille. I think that's a more correct translation of that, I think, but don't quote me on it. Don't quote me on it. It's very basic French, but don't quote me on it. Okay. I think that we've been looking through my soap collection that I acquired by accident, quite by mistake, or by design, you could say. This one actually smells alright. Musky or musty. Listen, at this point it doesn't smell like jasmine, so I'm gonna choose this one as my favorite. Okay. I like that sound. until next time, thank you for indulging me and watching all this video if you actually did. It's quite a feat. Until next time. Wow, that closed a little too enthusiastically for my taste. Until next time, take care. See you.